You are standing on the side of the road, staring at a $4,000 repair bill. But the bill is not for a new engine. It is not for a new transmission. That is the bill, just to find out what is wrong. The modern dealership service center has become a financial black hole. They have turned the simple act of diagnosis into a high-margin profit center. But what if you could find the problem yourself in 5 minutes, with a set of tools they are desperately trying to keep out of your hands? In our last investigation, we exposed the death of the American repairman. Today, we are opening his secret toolbox. We are going to show you the forbidden tools that allow you to diagnose your own vehicle, expose the dealership's lies, and take back control of the property you own. This is the right to repair in your own garage. Number 1. The code reader. This is the key to unlocking the computer's secrets. When your check engine light comes on, your vehicle is trying to tell you something, but it is speaking in a language you are not meant to understand. A language of codes. The dealership wants you to believe that only they have the decoder ring. They charge you $150 to plug in a computer, read the code, and tell you that you need a new oxygen sensor. This is a scam. For $30, you can buy your own OBD2 scanner. You plug it into the port under your steering wheel, and it tells you the exact same code in plain English. It does not just tell you the problem, it gives you the power to negotiate. When you walk into the service bay and say, "I have a P0420 catalyst efficiency code," you are no longer a victim. You are an informed consumer. The code reader is the first weapon in the war against information asymmetry. Number 2, the multimeter. This is the LIE detector for electricity. Modern technicians have a dirty secret. They do not diagnose anymore. They fire the parts cannon. If your vehicle has an electrical problem, they do not spend an hour tracing the wires to find the $1 brake. They just replace the entire $800 module. Why? Because they get paid more to replace the part than to find the problem. A simple $10 multimeter allows you to beat this scam. It lets you check for voltage, continuity, and resistance. You can instantly tell if your alternator is actually charging, if a fuse is actually blown, or if a wire has a break somewhere in the harness. We have seen cases where a dealership quotes a customer thousands of dollars for a new wiring harness, when the actual problem was a 10-cent corroded ground wire. The multimeter finds the truth. It stops you from replacing a perfectly good part just because the technician was in a hurry. Number 3, the torque wrench. This is the tool that separates the amateur from the professional. The modern engine is not a brute force machine. It is a piece of precision engineering. Every bolt, from your oil pan to your cylinder head, has a specific torque specification. If you over-tighten a bolt, you can stretch the threads or crack the housing. If you under-tighten a bolt, it can back out from vibration, causing a catastrophic leak. The old philosophy was just make it tight. The new reality is that you must make it correct. A torque wrench is not just a fancy ratchet. It is a measuring instrument that tells you exactly how much clamping force you are applying to a fastener. Using a torque wrench is the difference between an engine that lasts for 5,000 miles and one that lasts for 500,000 miles. It is the discipline that the disposable economy wants you to forget. Number 4, the thermal camera. This is how you see the future. This is the tool that turns you from a reactive owner into a proactive mechanic. Most catastrophic failures do not happen instantly. They give you a warning. That warning is heat. A dragging brake caliper, a failing wheel bearing, and a clogged radiator all generate a specific heat signature long before they start making noise. Your eyes cannot see infrared. A thermal camera can. These used to cost thousands of dollars. Today you can get one that plugs into your smartphone for a few $100. You can scan your engine bay after a long drive and see which cylinder is running hotter than the others. You can see the hot spot on your tire that indicates a slow leak or bad alignment. You can even use it in your house to find the hidden water leak in your wall or the draft in your window frame. The thermal camera allows you to find the problem before it becomes a disaster. It is X-ray vision for the modern world. Number 5. The Endoscope. This is the tool that lets you look inside the crime scene. So much of a modern vehicle is sealed shut. In the old days, if you dropped a bolt into a cylinder, you pulled the head. It was a 2-hour job. Today, it is a $2,000 job. But an endoscope is a tiny waterproof camera on a long, flexible wire, and it lets you go where your eyes cannot. You can feed it into the spark plug hole to inspect the top of a piston for damage. You can slide it inside a door panel to find a dropped screw. You can run it through your HVAC system to find the mouse nest that is blocking the airflow. It is the ultimate inspection tool. When you are looking at a used truck, you can use an endoscope to look inside the frame rails for hidden rust, or inside the oil filler cap to look for sludge. The dealership relies on you not being able to see inside the machine. The endoscope takes away their hiding places. Number 6 is the Book of Secrets, the Factory Service Manual. The single most important tool you can own is not in your toolbox. It is on your bookshelf. Every manufacturer produces a service manual for their vehicles. It contains every wiring diagram, every torque specification, and every diagnostic procedure that their own technicians use. They do not want you to have it. They want you to rely on their service department, but you can find these manuals online. You can buy them on eBay. When you combine a $20 code reader with the official factory manual, you have the exact same diagnostic power as a dealership technician. You have the question from the code, and you have the answer from the book. You have bypassed their information monopoly. Finally, number 7, the most powerful tool of all, the Digital Library of Alexandria, YouTube. This is not a joke. The greatest weapon in the war against planned obsolescence is shared knowledge. Manufacturers want you to believe that their machines are too complex for you to understand. They want you to be intimidated by the plastic covers and the warning labels. That is a lie, designed to protect their service revenue. The reality is that every single repair, from a simple oil change on a Honda to a full engine rebuild on a Cummins diesel, has been documented, filmed, and uploaded to the internet by someone who has done it before. That 50-year-old master mechanic who retired from your local shop is now on YouTube, teaching you how to do it for free. He has taken the tribal knowledge that used to be locked inside the guild, and he has made it open source. He has created a digital library of skills that is more valuable than any university degree. The solution to the death of the repairman is to become your own repairman, with an army of digital mentors. Here is the verdict. This is not about being a master mechanic. It is about refusing to be a helpless consumer. The manufacturers want you to be dependent on their system. They want you to be so terrified of the machine that you will pay any price to make the scary light on the dashboard go away. When you buy a code reader or a multimeter or a simple set of wrenches, you are breaking that dependency. You are taking ownership of your property. You are telling them that you refuse to be a tenant in your own driveway. The tools on this list cost less than 2 service visits to a modern dealership. They are an investment in your own freedom. Stop paying for their secrets. Start exposing them yourself.